in my hometown Gent in Belgium, we decided a few months ago to build an emergency reception village for Ukrainian refugees. It is a simple act of humanity and kindness. It is the least we can do as a city for those torn away from their homes, who are forced to run from violence and death. And the village will hold around hundreds of people. There will be medical and psychological supports. And the whole project is a symbol for the best in all of us. It is a symbol for our unwavering support for the Ukrainian people. And yet, while we take decisive action against Vladimir Putin, while we support Ukraine, while we help Ukrainian refugees, we must not forget that Putin's henchmen are not only fighting Ukraine, they walk amongst us as well. A local councilman in my hometown attacked the mere notion of an emergency village. We have some members in parliaments who spread doubts about who's to blame for the war. Some extreme political figures who don't like the immunity and the European unity we see today, who don't like our fierce support of a nation fighting for freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. They are just as much of a threat to our efforts to help Ukraine as Putin himself. They poison our social media with fake news and propaganda, as Mr. Sobotka already said. And colleagues, we thus must arm ourselves against these vile attempts to undermine the Ukrainian people. While we declare that Crimea is Ukraine, some of them at home try to convince the people and the public otherwise. While we know Putin to be a dictator and an aggressor, they are on Facebook and Twitter retweeting conspiracy theories and other lies. As we are helping to defend the Ukrainian democracy, we must also strengthen our own democracies. And the threat of fake news and disinformation has arrived at the very core of our democratic regimes. And the only way to combat it is to make sure that nobody believes the lies anymore, to educate, to learn. In my parliament, we have written and voted on a report with a very concrete step to push back against fake news. I invite you all to read it. I invite you all to work together. I invite you all to act together. We are taking a big step to support Ukraine today. Let's prepare to take the next one. Slava Ukrainia.